Welcome to Bam Bam Rants, where we talk about a little bit of everything. I hope y'all enjoy these videos. And if you have a suggestion of a video you'd like to see, leave it in the comments. And like always, subscribe, comment, be interactive. Peace. Welcome back, everybody. This is Bam Bam Rants. Long time no see. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the applause. Well, it's been a very interesting few months since I uploaded. As some people know, I've been in school getting a business degree, and I've been still keeping up with wrestling and stuff like that, and doing the wrestling thing, or keeping up with the wrestling thing. We have a situation with AEW in which Tony Khan finally grew a set and got rid of one of his problems, and that is one CM Punk. And what we've got here is we've got CM Punk and Jack Perry got into a situation in London. Details are murky, but there was another altercation. This is just about 1 year ago from the Brawl Out situation in which Punk and the Young Bucks and Omega and that whole ordeal, which led to, I think it was a 60-day suspension for the Bucks. Punk was out for 9 months, but, he had a torn tricep, so that's understandable. But Tony Khan finally had enough, and CM Punk got fired. Well, here's my take on it. If this was any other job, as soon as CM Punk at last year's All Out, which happened to be Brawl Out, due to the fact of the fight with Omega and the Bucks, CM Punk should have been gone at the media scrum. I've never been in a situation where you can talk bad about not only the company, but the people that run the company without getting in any kind of trouble. And yeah, Punk is a top star, a huge draw for that company, but he's not the company. And this has been Punk's MO since WWE. I think he had a little bit of an issue in Ring of Honor. He just thought he was bigger than the company. And you just can't do that. I was an indie wrestler for many years. And I had plenty of guys in the back I didn't like. Many of them. I'll actually do a story time on one of the guys pretty soon. But we got along for business. I wouldn't talk to him. I wouldn't reach out to him. Just being petty. I'll admit I'm the king of petty. And who knows? Could that have been one of my biggest problems? Probably. Because I am the petty king. I'll admit that. But back to Punk. When you trash a company multiple times, because everybody seen the Instagram post right before he was about to come back, pretty much calling it a sloppy shop. He degraded Jon Moxley, which was uncalled for because, Jon didn't have to do business. As Jon said on his podcast with his wife, Renee, he didn't even have a contract. He could have walked into WWE with the AEW title if he wanted to. But I'm not a Punk hater. I've been a fan of Punk. But what's drawn me away from Punk is the same thing that's drawn me away from a lot of athletes and actors. He's brought his politics into wrestling when, I don't care if it's a FTR match, a Bucks match. I just want to enjoy wrestling. I don't give a shit about what your politics are. And unfortunately, we have to deal with him being a petulant child. And because he didn't get his way, he starts these confrontations and all that. The one thing we've all heard is sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. Yet he let what Jack Perry said about real glass lead to him losing, I think he had 2-3 years left on his deal, $5 million a year. He led to that losing his contract over bullshit. And that's been Punk. He got mad at creative in WWE and he walked out and then pitched a fit because just so happened he got his release papers on his wedding day. Big deal. Grow up, get over it. Then, if he did in fact lunge at Tony Khan, as certain reports have said, that's unprofessional conduct. That's conduct not only detrimental to the locker room, but it's conduct detrimental to, the business that Tony Khan's trying to run. I mean, it's a bad look for AEW. It's a bad look for Time Warner. It's a bad look for Wembley. It's a bad look all around. And everybody knows that Tony Khan and his dad are owners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. If the shit won't happen in a football locker room, which is a real sport, wrestling is a predetermined entertainment. It's, the bumps are real, the risks are real, injuries are real, but it's a predetermined sport. It's not UFC, it's not collegiate wrestling, it's not football, baseball, basketball. It's predetermined. And if something's a predetermined outcome, it's not a sport. It's the same as the fucking CSI, Criminal Minds, fucking 2.5 Men. I almost said 2 Girls, 1 Cup, but that's a whole nother video. Look it up, kids. But, you can't be an unprofessional douchebag on multiple occasions and not expect to get fired. If I were to do that at my job, just walk up to my boss, tell them, they couldn't manage a fucking Target, let alone this company, I'd have to come home and explain to my wife why I got fired that day. And then she'd whoop my ass, and point blank, she'd whoop my ass. And Tony Khan didn't fire him. He didn't reprimand him. He didn't do anything at the initial situation. And that's where, Tony Khan is a complete idiot. And, I got to boo him. But he finally got enough balls. He got rid of his issue, and we'll see. We shall see what the product becomes. Because, as Triple H has said many a times, No one man is bigger than the company. And the reason you don't hear about this backstage bullshit happening with WWE is because the people in charge. You know, Tony Khan's probably in his mid to late 30s. He's probably the same age as some of the other wrestlers back there. You know, he's a fanboy. He didn't grow up around the superstars that Vince McMahon grew up around. Vince McMahon, he grew up around Buddy Rogers, the Grahams, Dr. Jerry and Eddie. He was around Andre the Giant, superstar Billy Graham. You know, but he wasn't the boss. Vince Sr. was the boss the whole time. But Vince got to learn the business. And that's the reason Vince don't put up with any bullshit. You know, when Stone Cold took his ball and went home for 8-9 months, Vince fined him I think it was $250,000 or $500,000. And Stone Cold is arguably the top superstar of just not the Attitude Era of all time. You know, when it comes to making money. But CM Punk fucked around and found out. Plain and simple. Is the story done, though? I don't think so. I do think that Punk will file a lawsuit to maybe get out of a non-compete clause or to get some of the money that's owed to him. I don't know. We shall see. But y'all, tell me what y'all think in the comments. Until next time, y'all have a good one.